sees it. Feels good to be back in the stand. I made a lot of noise coming in here this morning. Seems like it's been forever, but finally got it all together. Y'all stay tuned. Well, it's 11:15, so I think we're fixing to pack it up. Go check out some areas, do a little scouting, then get some lunch. I seen 5 does this morning. I seen 3, and then a little later I seen a yearling. Now, I would have shot any doe that was within range except for the yearling, and she was the only one in range. A little while later, the mama came by, but she was out of range. It's very thick in here. All of them were around 40 yards or less, but I really needed them to be about 25 or less in here. So anyway, it's a beautiful morning. Glad to be on God's front porch. We'll be back with you this afternoon. All right, just got back in the truck from the evening hunt. It was slow, and I was worried. I hunted the same spot that I hunted this morning. I was worried about us, being out there earlier, already boogering them up, but apparently not. They were just coming in right before dark. Just before dark, I had a doe and a yearling walk up behind me, and I was getting set up to take the mom when she walked in front of me, but she got about 5 yards from a tree and alerted and turned and ran. She never blew. And then just as it got dark, I seen the silhouette of 2 large-bodied deer. I couldn't tell what they were. I'm gonna assume does, but I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell. All I could see was the silhouette. They were about 30 yards away. Too dark to shoot. Just a couple minutes after that, I seen 2 more going down the same trail that those were on. A couple minutes after that, I had another one to come through about 30 yards. Again, too dark to shoot. All I could see is a silhouette by this time. And then a couple minutes later, I had another one walk in front of me at probably 20-25 yards in front. If I'd had a little bit more light, I might could have made a shot, but all I could see was a silhouette. So I left my stand. I'm gonna go back to the same place in the morning. I'm seeing too many deer not to stay there. So seen several this morning, several this evening. So I'm gonna try it again. RJ, how was your evening?
It was slow as well, but I did see a cow horn spike about 6:25. I looked up and I seen the feet of a deer and tail moving. Thought it was a doe, like she was trying to stomp a little bit, so I was a little worried. I tried not to move until I realized that she wasn't worried, or he wasn't at the time. Thought it was a doe. Wasn't worried about me because he started coming towards me. So I stood up, got ready, knocked my arrow, and then that's when I seen 6 to 8 inch spikes on it, still in velvet. So that's
oh, really? Still in velvet?
Still in velvet. So I was looking at it. I was like, "Yep, it's a spike." And then it come on the trail that I was actually hunting, waiting on the deer. So if I was ready and it was a doe, I could have took the shot. But when it hit the trail, it saw me, looked at me for a minute. I tried to stay still, but then he eventually just run off, never blew or anything. He just kind of trotted off a little bit.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Still in velvet, so we get a chance at a rat buck. Maybe it'll be one in velvet. That'd be pretty cool.
Yep.
So, all right, we're gonna get back to our place, our abode for tonight, where we got some crock pot deer chili waiting on us when we get there. So we're gonna go partake of that, and then we'll be back in the tree in the morning. See you then. And here's that deer chili. Should be ready. Sure is smelling good. It's been in this slow cooker now for about 4 hours, and I done browned the meat, so all I had to do was soak up the juices while we've been hunting. Fixing to dig in. Morning dew. Nothing but squirrels. It's a beautiful morning. Y'all stay tuned. Just shot a doe. I think a good shot, maybe a little back, but not much. I'm hoping lung, maybe liver. I don't think gut. We're gonna give it at least 2 hours before we even get down and look. Get back with you then. Bringing it back home. All right, RJ and I are out here to look for this doe. Feel pretty confident about it. Even got the deer drag. Looks like a deer highway out here. I went ahead and hung up a trail cam. All right. Where's some blood?
Here's the first blood. So she's the one that way or this way?
All right, instead of trying to film this whole thing, I'm going to,
Blood here.
she must have went back into the,
She went that way.
see, I know she came this general directions, the only thing I know. We'll get back to filming once we pick up something worth watching. We have now spied a white belly. Oh yeah. Oh man. Ah man, that's the exit. How about that? Big old doe.
And this is the stuff we got dragged through. But you know what? You gotta go where the deer are. And this is where they are. Got our little drag thing. Ow!
Back in the stand for the evening hunt. Got rain coming, so I may get a little wet. Got a soybean field back behind me. I'm on public. Deer are coming in to eating us to that soybean field, and my wind is coming this way. Got rain coming and only about an hour and a half till dark. Let's see what happens. Stick around. All right, just got back in the truck from our evening sit. We were sitting inside the woods from the soybean field. RJ and I were probably, how far apart were we?
About 150 yards probably.
150 yards, trying to cut them off going to the field. RJ, you seen the first couple deer. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I had a rough climb. I took note to never climb a tree unless I again. Well, I get up about 25 feet. I wanted to get up about 35, but I finally gave it up. Made all kinds of racket. So I'm thinking in my mind, ain't no deer coming near me tonight. So get set up, go to put my bow hanger up, pull my bow up, put a knock an arrow, set on my bow hanger, untie the rope, and as I'm pulling my pull rope up to put it in my pack, I look up and there's two deer 70 yards away from me.
So what's funny about that too is after I got set up, which I got set up before RJ because my tree was closer than his, I heard deer off to my right blowing, and I told him about it, and he said they're probably blowing at me for all the noise I'm making. And then the whole time you had two deer out there in front of him. So, gosh, that was about 5 o'clock, wasn't it? A little after. We got parked about 5.
Yeah, that's probably closer to 6.
So, yeah, and then about 6:30, here come a parade of does. I mean, I seen 1, then 2, then 3, and they were coming between me and RJ. And I done shot a doe, so I was looking for a buck. They were 40 yards from me, so they're a little far from me anyway, but I was letting him know they're coming, so he saw them. But how far were they from you?
The ones we saw together,
Yeah.
Probably.
Because they were kind of hanging back your
80,
way.
80, 90 yards.
Okay. And then a little while later, seen 2 more come. between us, and it wasn't too long for I know they went to the field, but it weren't too much longer. They turned and went back the way they came. And then right at dark, I mean, it was too dark to shoot, but I had two does walk right up behind me, like 10 yards. And they looked up at me, turned and took off. They spooked, but looking at me, but it was already, I mean, if they'd been good bucks, it was already too dark to shoot. But anyway, pretty eventful evening. It's been a pretty good 2 days. I can tell you that we're whooped. But don't know what else we'd trade it for. So a lot of fun on God's front porch. Peace out. Y'all have a good night. Till the next set. Rainy morning. Late start due to the rain. But we're here. We're in a tree. It's been daylight about 45 minutes. Birds are chirping. Wind is calm. It's nice right now. Mosquitoes are out, but I got them at bay with the thermocell. Y'all stay tuned. All right, at the end of the morning, we're down, we're hot. I am humid, wearing frog togs all morning. Finally cleared up, but it was spotty rain from Hurricane Francine. So I only saw one deer. About, what time did I text you that? Probably about 10 o'clock. About 10 o'clock. Seen one doe about 50 yards to my right. Tried to get a video, but it was too thick. She hung around the area for a little bit, but she never did get in any openings where I could video her. So, Mr. RJ, I think he was on them this morning. Man, I thought you'd be dragging.
Well, I thought I was gonna be dragging too the way I started. But yeah, first thing this morning, I got up in the tree. Once again, wasn't even set up. Just put my bow on the hanger. Still had to adjust some things. And a deer runs underneath my.
It was daylight.
It was daylight. Yeah, we got a late start.
We got a late start because of the rain.
Yep, run underneath my tree. So I sat there for a minute, didn't do anything, see what happened. Didn't come back. Got everything set up, sat down. Probably 30 minutes later, I had three come in from my left, behind me to my left, and they were 30 yards away, but there was brush in the way, so I couldn't get a shot. And I seen another little hole in the woods about 30 yards that both of them walked by, so I was hoping maybe that would be a path the other ones would use if some more came. Well, about 30 minutes later, I had a doe and a yearling walk right underneath my stand. Well, I tried to stand up, see if I could get a shot on her, but by the time I got stood up, got my arrow knocked, she looked at me and tore out, and the yearling ran off behind her.
That's that rail in front of that viper that does that.
Oh no, I didn't hear anything. I think actually.
I know, but you had to stand up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that my boot squeaked. So she run off. I sat back down, started blowing. About 30 or 45 minutes later, I had 2 or 3 more come by the same path the other two did. I say 2 or 3 because I think I seen a tail flicker in the woods in front of them is what got my attention. And then I looked to the left and I seen the other two coming the same path. So I stand up because if they walk the same path as my other ones, they're going to walk through that opening. I might have about a 30-yard shot. So I come back at full draw and I'm waiting. By the time I seen the tail end of them flickering going the other direction. So.
Now that trail you went down, or that they were coming down, was it the dry bed, creek bed that you walked down yesterday?
It comes off that. No. So you have the creek bed. The creek bed goes off to the left. This one right here is actually just a deer trail. And I actually got down.
Was you hunting on a creek bed or was you hunting on the trail?
No, just hunting off that trail.
Cool.
So then, so they went off in there. And I guess about the same time you seen yours. I had 2 more come off to my right about 60, 70 yards. But every one of them went into this thick area where I kind of figured they were bedding at.
So between us this morning, we seen about 11 deer. Only one of them was mine. So we're gonna go get some lunch, regroup, make a plan for this evening. We'll see. I know RJ gonna change trees, get back over there where them deer at. I think I'm gonna hunt the same area, but on down from me. So maybe we will blow an arrow. See you then. Just got set up for the evening hunt. The last hunt on this trip. I'm in the area in front of the soybean field, or behind the soybean field, depending on how you look at it, that I was at last night. But I've moved over closer to where I seen them deer coming through. I may or may not shoot a doe. RJ hasn't shot a deer on this trip. So if he shoots one before I get a chance, then I think I'm gonna lay off for anything except for a big buck. But if I get a chance at a mature doe before he's let me know he's shot one, then I'm probably gonna take it. So I don't know. I say these things ahead of time, and then when the time comes, I change my mind. So I know it's gonna be the devil to get one out of here. So I'm not gonna be trigger happy, if for no other reason, just knowing I have to get it out. But I like to get plenty of meat, so if he don't get one and I get the chance, then I'll probably take it. Anyway, still got rain looming in the area. I didn't bring any frog towels this time. I'm hot, I'm sweating from walking and climbing. Last thing I wanted was a rain suit on, so a little rain right now, feel good. All right, get back with you if anything happens. All right, that's it for this trip. Hot evening, no rain though. I thought for sure we'd seen some couple of early sightings that we might be on the deer tonight, but it didn't work out. I had one doe with a fawn walk right under my stand. I give her a pass because I thought that fawn might want her mama. But I got some video, show that later, or you may have already seen it. What about you, RJ?
Nothing. Had a couple deer blow at me when I first got there, and one towards the end of the night, and that's about it.
Pretty good trip though. Seen about, I think I count them up, between us we've seen about 40 deer in 3 days from the stand. So they'll be there the next time we get back, maybe along with a buck. Until then, peace out and enjoy God's front porch.